Hi, I'm Chelsea. What's your name?
Hi, my name's Stephanie.
That's good. How are you doing today, Stephanie?
I'm okay, I've been better.
Yeah, what's bothering you?
Well, I'm just kind of frustrated and really confused about what I want to do after school. I don't know if I want to come back or just apply right for OPP. I'm very nervous because I'm only 20, so I'm not sure if I want to just jump right into a career or if I want to just have a party life right now.
Yeah. So you don't know whether you want to come back to school or whether or not you want to apply for OPP because you're still young and there's still lots to experience?
Yeah, exactly. It's just hard. It's a big decision, and like right now I'm still living with my parents, so like leaving them would be a big thing with my siblings, and like so I'm just really confused. Like the money's not an issue. It's just the fact of like choosing what I actually want to do.
Okay, and how do you think we can come to a decision about what do you want to do? Like, how do you think you're going to decide whether or not you want to go back to school or whether or not you want to just apply for OPP?
Well, really, I haven't really like I'm trying to figure it out. Like I'm putting the pros and the cons together and seeing what would be good and what would be bad. But like in the long run, like OPP would benefit me like if I was to do it now, but then because it could take a while to get into it, but then if it takes long, it's going to be stressful. That wait's going to be long. So, but then again, I could just go back to school for something, wait, still apply for OPP, and then go back to school and wait. That way I'm not so stressed about it and thinking about it, but it's the decision, like getting to the fine line of what I actually want to do.
Okay, so you're feeling stressed about this decision because you don't know whether or not maybe you'll have to wait for OPP or also you're going to have to come back to school, so either way there's like a waiting period to get to where you want to be, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's just the waiting period that's going to be hard, and also figuring out like what I want to do, like if I want to move out of my house, stay with my parents, save up, or it's just getting to the point where like the pros and the cons are just the same now, and it's like really stressful on figuring it all out.
Okay, well, how do you think you're going to come to a decision about this? What do you like? Are there more pros to going back to school? Are there more pros to becoming OPP? Like, how do you think you're going to go about it?
I'm more leaning towards just applying for OPP, doing the tests, and then hoping at least getting my name into like the pool of like hiring, and then either going back to school while I did that, like I'll do that first, then go back to school for a year and try to get into a field where it's somewhere linked into the OPP. That way I can just get transferred over to in the long run if I needed to, which when you're already in like government and like policing and stuff, it makes it a little bit easier. So that's one option. Or I could apply for OPP, wait for the pool, and then either get a full-time job while I'm waiting and just take a year off school and just think about like if I actually want to go back or not. So I'm leaning towards those two options. It's just the fact of which one I want to go to.
Okay, so it sounds like either way you're leaning towards you are going to be applying for OPP.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's a long waiting period, but it will all work out in the long run. It's just I need to get my name in there to even get towards that. If I don't do that, then how am I going to get towards that part in the beginning, right?
Yeah, no, that sounds like a really good idea. I think it's definitely worth it to apply and get your name in there, and then you can see where you can go from there. Whether or not they hire you, then you're already set, right? You already have a job. You don't need to go back to school. But even just getting your name in there, and then if you don't get a call or anything, it's definitely good to come back to school, get your credentials up a little bit, and then apply again.
Yeah, like well, most times like you won't have to apply again. You just apply, and then your name will be into the pool. And then once there's an opening, then if you're an applicant that like fits the standards, then they'll call you, and then you do the testing and whatnot. And your name's always in there because there's always job openings, like different stations, like around the cities, different cities and whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I could probably apply for OPP and take a year off, maybe just get a full-time job somewhere, like maybe bartending, just keep my mind like off of it, and then maybe one day I'll get that call and it will be life-changing and I'll be able to start my career.
Yeah, that sounds like a really great plan. So when you leave, you're going to apply for OPP, hopefully within like the next week or so, definitely before our next session. and then maybe apply for a bartending job on top of that as well to keep you occupied, and we'll see how it goes from there.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. Thanks for talking to me. It really helped me figure out what I'm going to do.
No problem.
Thanks.
I'll see you in a couple weeks.
Okay.